Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first edition to You Won't Believe This Shit Injured Workers. This is a segment where I drop some knowledge on how flaky it is really out when it comes to like injured employee and things like that, right? So give you like a little scenario of how like the system is pretty much broken. That's we want to shed light on, here at the Flakedemic. If it's flaky, we want to talk about it, especially when it comes to injured employees and injured workers. There's a passion here at the Flakedemic for that. We've experienced it. We hold injured workers dear to us because, we have something in common, and for there not to be any support systems and things like that, a real problem. That's one of the goals of the Flakedemic. We want to help. We want to provide some kind of help in some way, shape, or form. We're going to get there at some point. But for now, we're going to go back into this. And this is You Won't Believe This Injured Workers Edition. Check this out. Episode 1. They can legally deny your surgery even if you need it. They can deny your surgery even if you need it. Why you should know. Most people assume if they get hurt at work, their surgery will be approved quickly, but that's not the reality. And I know some people out there, they've experienced this before. And that sucks, to think, you think you're protected. You're not. That's pretty messed up out here. What else? Workers' comp doctors are picked by the insurance companies and not for your best interest. And again, I know some people out there most likely have been through this. I've been through this. It just seems like the work comp doctors, they just don't give you the care and the attention and all the things that you think you deserve and things like that. And you think that you would have when you get hurt for a company that you give your time and things to. So yeah, those work comp doctors, you got to be careful of them, dude. So it's good to get that second opinion. If you have to get outside of workers comp, if you know something's wrong and you're not getting answers, you got to protect yourself. And that's one of the ways you can protect it. And that's by getting a second opinion outside of workers comp. I'm not a professional, nothing like that. I know that for me to get my answers, I had to go outside of workers comp, and then I found someone to really listen to me and be like, okay, you shouldn't be having those problems. So let's check it out. So I went through workers' comp for second opinions. I actually went to maybe two or three second opinion people through workers' comp, and nothing. It was, they said, oh no, nothing's wrong with you. But, although I kept doing physical therapy, I'm on it. Physical therapy, boom, 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 boom. And it's not helping. So after a while, we got nothing. All right, here we go. So here we go. How it F's you over. Maybe we should say it and we can do the beep thing. How it fucks you over. They'll deny your surgery while you're still in pain. You're forced back to work injured. I've lived that. I was forced back to work to do light duty, to go sit in a chair and do light duty things when I couldn't even sit in the chair, period, even at home or even at the doctor's appointment that I was at, where the doctor was like, basically, we had to get some testing, but it was just like, you got to be careful of that. Yeah, they will force you back, but you got to just protect yourself. You got to protect yourself out here. So that's another way how they fuck you over. The delay can make the injury worse or even permanent. So that's something you got to think about. If that injury is getting worse and you know it and you're not getting those answers, gotta protect yourself out here. You must, because if you don't, again, it can get worse. It can be permanent. And then you're the one dealing with it. You should not have to deal with that. We should be protected out here as workers. You know what I'm saying? If we're out here working for a company, they should have it somewhere in their documentation. I'm going to look out for this person to the fullest extent, not no half-ass bullshit. And that's a lot of times what people are getting out here is half-ass bullshit from workers' comp or just companies trying to save money. It's crazy. Okay. And then lastly but not leastly, mental health takes a hit when you're ignored or invalidated. And I went through this. My mental health declined like crazy after my injury, because again, I thought I was going to be protected. And I really, in my head, when I started hearing that this could be like a permanent, like life-changing surgery, and all, it was right around the time when they started, when I just started feeling ignored and invalidated and invalued. I thought they would really have my back. I thought I really did, but they didn't. And so, you got to be careful with the mental health thing because you can fall into, especially if you're in pain. So think about it. If you're stacking pain on top of not being listened to, feeling down on yourself or down, like everything around changes when you get hurt, and then when you add this on there, you could take a mental health decline, and that's sad. It's hard. It's harsh. I had to start seeing like therapy, and I found a wonderful mental health therapist that helped me so much. She was amazing. I had to talk because I was keeping all the stuff inside, and then the situation got worse and worse and worse. So protect yourself and just know you're not alone in this, and it is not your fault. It's not your fault that you're hurt, So please just don't get down on yourself and fight for yourself. If you have the means to, please fight for yourself. Okay, so check it out. Our next session we got is how to protect yourself. Let's see. So first, document everything. Right? You got to document every visit, every symptom, every paper trail. So later on, you got something, you know what I'm saying? You got something there in case something happens where you need this stuff and then you're not caught, without having it. So, you know what I'm saying? Do that. Request a second opinion in writing. So we talked about the second opinion. So request that second opinion in writing. Get them details. That way you can be accurate, when you're comparing your notes and, these the first opinion, second opinion, third opinion, all these opinions, you can compare them and you can see what's up. So get that in writing. Don't just rely on their doctor. Talk to an independent provider if you can. That's what I'm saying. Going out of that workers' comp. Sometimes you'll get those answers that you know that you should be getting. You know what I'm saying? You know it because it's your body. They don't know your body. They don't know your body. You know your body because you've lived with it all the time. All they know is they fucked your body up. Like pretty much. That's all they know. But they going to try to save all the money they can to try to fix you on some discount shit, which is bullshit. So, so get the second opinion. And okay, so if you're in a state with an appeals board, file immediately. Most states give you the right to challenge a denial. So that's some dope. Hey, look into that. So again, like all this stuff, that the work comp stuff and a lot of this work injury, state by state. Every state is different, which is weird as hell to me. It's crazy. The different states have the different rules, and some of these states out here, oh my goodness, what y'all doing out here, boy? Oh my, hey, Texas. You get hurt in Texas, man. I feel for y'all down there, man. Y'all got some crazy work comp laws and rules and restrictions. Ain't going down there. I love you, Texas, but I can't do it. And hey, I'm praying for y'all down there. Please don't get hurt. Please don't get hurt. All right, so check it out. Let's see. Let's go with a shocking stat to drop on you. The shocking stat. Check it out. Over 50% of workers' comp surgery requests are initially denied, and most of those denials never get overturned. And this source comes from the National Council of Compensation Insurance. So, hey, you're going to get denied the first time, maybe a second time. I mean, but you got to appeal. You got to appeal and you got to fight for yourself. Don't just give up because, again, they going to deny you. I mean, they denied me. You going to get that. This is some of the game they play. You know what I'm saying? But you got to fight. You got to fight. Remember that. Check that. So let's see. So you get hurt at work. You do everything by the book. And now you're broke because the system's designed that way. That was the episode we just did. Number 1. Episode 1. What'd you think? I don't know. I kind of like doing that. It's pretty cool. This is episode 1. This is the pilot for You Won't Believe This Shit. Injured Workers Edition. All right. So again, episode 1. They can legally deny your surgery, even if you need. You guys be careful out there. Be safe. Advocate for yourself. Love each other. And know your rights. You're a worker. You're an injured worker. Know your rights. And fight for yourself. Flake-demic, baby. Thank you. And don't be flaky.